Hi Felters and welcome. So, what even is plein air? It's the proper phrase is un plein air, which is outside in French, and we see lots of artists and painters go outside on location and paint what they see in front of them, especially when the light is good and you can really observe your subject. So I've never seen anyone try it with needle felting. Obviously there's one main reason why, because the wool will blow away, but hopefully I've chosen a day where it's not very windy at all. I've got everything ready, let me show you that. I've already walked the Dachshunds, so we're going to take Bella with us. I've got her some water and some treats, and we're going to go and find a couple of locations where there's either some plants or some animals, and we're going to try and do some 2D felting. So I've gone into the garage and I've got a bag full of very tiny bits of multi-colours. So I'm just going to try and sift the colours together, and I think it's a really good way to sort of use up the colours you've got, and you don't need much for 2D at all, so that's really, really good. So just sifting. So I'm just getting everything ready. I have got quite a few colours. I've got whites and blues packed into there. I'm thinking this bag, or these bags, because when the wind blows, everything's got to be contained, but see-through is really helpful. I've got browns and purples because I know there's a purple plant I want to try and do, and some blacks in that one. And I've got yellows and greens, and oh, a red has snuck in. I didn't think I needed a red, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing the complete picture today, so I don't need to take like the locks for the sheep or things like that if I manage to do some sheep. I have got needles. I'm just taking a whole load in here, and then the clover pen with the needles in there for it. I kind of wanted to take this, and I could, but do you know what? I'm fine with the clover pen. Let's not overcomplicate it. I've got 4 pieces of 100% wool felt. I've got this big thick mat, which I think I'm going to be absolutely fine with. Thickness wise, I won't go through it. I put my needles in the end, and then I've got pins to pin it down. So I'm just going to get all of this in this bag. I've got treats for Bella and some water, and I'm going to get a drink for myself, pack it all up, and then we're going to go.
Take me out to California. Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end, and my eyes are drawn to southern skies. And all the while I was trying to pretend the promised land was there beyond the great divide. But I'll be coming home soon. Yeah, I'll be coming home soon. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day till you come and take me home. California, California, here I come. I've seen it all upon the silver screen, the happy faces and a sign upon a hill. The wine is flowing and the fields forever green, and all your hopes and dreams will always be fulfilled. So I'll be coming real soon. Yeah, I'll be coming real soon. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day till you come and take me home. California, California, here I come.
So I had found this location and it was sort of around the back from where the main dog walking path was, so we weren't going to be disturbed. Bella loved it. She sat beside me. We were here for about 40 minutes. I found the flowers that I liked. I did find it really hard to pick a scene that I wanted to do, but I really observed the clouds quite a lot, and I feel um, it benefited me from being outside trying to really observe the colours in the clouds. And so I made up the scene that I wanted. Just to say, Bella's had an operation just on her back there. She had a lump removed. She's absolutely fine. She's at least sort of 2 weeks past it, 3 weeks now, but she's absolutely fine. Just so don't worry about that scar on her back. But yeah, so after about 40 minutes, I thought I'll go and try and find another location because I really wanted to do a cow or a sheep. So I rolled it up and we went off through the woods. It was a little bit windy at the top there, so we went down a bit. Bella was trying to chase squirrels, and we did find one actually later on. But we popped down through the fields, and I was hoping that the Highland cows would be a bit closer. But as you can see, they were on the far side in the shade because it was quite warm. I would never go into a field with cows, but if they were closer, it would have been, you know, really nice to have even taken a picture of them at some point, but to have sat there and observed them for a bit. The pine cones, everything's beautiful. The ferns are all unfolding, and I love the ferns when they sort of unfurl. So couldn't really find anywhere down there. This was the squirrel hiding in the tree from us, and then he went from one tree all the way across to the next tree to cross the road. It was so sweet. And then down here we've got this pond, and this is a good location, but as I say in a little while, it's a bit tricky with Bella there. We had one black swan for ages in this pond, and then another one turned up. Aren't they lovely? So yeah, just took a few pictures of them. They would be nice to do a picture for. So we're back and it's the next day. I couldn't stay out there for too long. I was already out for about 2 hours and I felt conscious of Bella actually. So there were a couple of places like I would have liked to have stayed down near that pond, but it was by a road and it's just not going to be very relaxing for Bella. Whereas the place I'd found was sort of right round the back. She could be off lead. And if she wanted to walk around, she could. So this is where I got to, and I'm really actually quite happy with the basis of it. I'm sort of making up my own scene, but I really did look at the clouds quite a bit. So I'm pleased with that. I've got a bit more merging to do with the sky. I've got a bit more colour to actually put on because it's a bit thin in places. So I've got my bags down beside me. Now, my intention is I took a couple of photos of those plants, which actually when you get quite close to them are a bit more pink, and I didn't have any pinks with me, and trying to do little fine dots, that would be a nightmare out with the wind, because I think wherever you go there's going to be a tiny degree of wind, so you do have to be careful. But I didn't have an issue with all the big pieces. I just tacked them down, and I'm really happy with the basis of it. For me, the thing I learned was looking at the clouds a little bit better, I would say. So I definitely want to do another one, but we've got what we've got here. I'm going to try and complete this. I'm going to position the flowers coming down, and then I might do a couple of hills. I might even position some trees up here because that's representative of where I was. There was woods, hills in the distance, and those flowers. And then also this is the piece that I did at, can you see it all? Yeah, I think you can. It's a bit close. Moy McKay. So when I get my sewing machine out, I'm going to finish this piece because we need eyes and all lots of detailing. And so we've got a lot to go through with this as well. So I'm going to try and finish these two over the next 2 days because it's Saturday. Unfortunately, the weather isn't very good. It's raining, so I can't go out today and do another picture. But we're going to work on this one and finish the Moy McKay one as well.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality, cause I can see.
I've smoothed it all over. I realised that the dark grass could look like hills, so I made that a bit hilly. I'm just going to do some trees here, and then I'm going to do the purple flowers either side and see how it comes out. But yeah, it's okay so far. Always remember to try and take a photo of your work as you go along because it really helps you. So I'm just going to take a photo now. I'll pop it up in the top corner. it just helps you see, because I'm not happy with looking at it now, the clouds on screen.
There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary.
Okay, so I would say I've changed it dramatically from when I spoke to you earlier. I've turned those into bumpy hills. I've done my 2 trees. I've made that into a sun focal point because there was no central point, and I should know this by now. So if I'd rather be doing, to be fair, a sheep or a cow, and that's your central focal point. But with what I've got to make a central focal point, so I've done that. So I've done, these are the starting point for the flowers. I've got a picture of them, so I'll put it up here, and I've just mixed up this pink. This is quite a good pink, but it's really, really bright. So I've just mixed up this one, just muted it down a bit, and I'm gonna put that in. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. Rested my hands for an hour, and we're back to it, just doing some purple flowers, putting in some lower ones as well, because I realised I'm going to miss out the foreground as well. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and then we'll be doing stitching with the machine. Done that side. Am I happy? I think so. I think I like the leaves. I'll do the other. I need a couple of lower plants just there. So I finished the picture. I'm going to do all the detail on that tomorrow, and I've finished the sheet, made him a bit better, put a sun in, done a few other bits and bobs, giving him some legs and a nice coat. There we go, you can see the coat a bit better. So we're going to do these 2 in the morning. Sewing machine all set up. I've got my free motion embroidery foot on there, so we're going to get started. Because my machine has got a black in it, we're going to do just the main bits with the black, just highlight across, and I might do the stems in black as well. And there we go, it is finished. So super happy with all the embroidery work. I think the trees came out probably the best. So and the flowers, it's really, yeah, you can sort of see the stitch work detail. There you go. And the leaves that I did. Yeah, and if that was framed up, I think that would look nice, really, really nice. So I'm happy with that. I feel going out into the fresh air, plein air, or outside, it helped me with the clouds, definitely. It helped me a bit with the trees. I think if you can just sort of increase your learning by 1% or even less than that every time, then that's a good thing. So very pleased with that. And then I have finished my sheep one as well. So there we go a bit further back. Now, this one I'm far happier with because it's more me. I did all the rocks, did some of the grass. I did the grass up there, sort of went over the top of those bits. I did all the heather in 2 colours. I did a couple of strands of the sun, but not too many. I didn't want to ruin it. But my favourite bit was the horns. Oh my goodness, I love doing that. I'm definitely going to do some more of that. So that is the one that I did on the Moi McKay workshop. I'll link the video at the end. So yeah, get yourself outside. Get out there observing things if you can, if the wind is not too bad. Pick a nice spot and just sit down and have a look. And then if you can't stay for long, just take some pictures. I'm really pleased with the pair of them. So they're both finished and I'm going to get some frames and frame them up. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, coming along with me, helping me trying to improve my 2D felts. And yep, definitely going to do some more, especially with the sheep and the Highland cows, maybe hares as well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and see you again soon. Bye.